Okay, here we're going to try and solve the equation square root of x minus 3 plus 12 equals 20, and we'll confirm our answer on the graphing calculator. So when we're trying to solve an equation that contains a square root, then what we'll do is we'll try and get that square root part of it on its own. So let's begin like that. So the square root of x minus 3 plus 12 equals 20, and if you've been watching these videos, you'll know that I like to ask myself, what's on the wrong side? Well, if I want to get the square root on its own, then the plus 12 is on the wrong side. Move that across, subtract it, whatever way you like to think about this. So you can subtract the 12 from both sides, or you can move the 12 across and change its sign if you prefer to do it that way. So this gives you the square root of x minus 3 is equal to 8. Now, once we've got the square root on its own, at that point, what you do is you square both sides. Okay, but you have to wait until the square root sign is on its own before you do that. So if we do that, then this is what the next line is going to look like. Square root of x minus 3 squared is equal to 8 squared. And the square root and the square will cancel each other out, and that just gives you x minus 3. 8 squared is 64, and we wanted to find out eventually what x was, so if we move the minus 3 across, we get x is equal to 64 plus 3, so x is equal to 67. Now, one thing about square root equations is that you have to check your answer, and I know that a lot of math teachers tell you should always check your answers. In square root equations, you have to check your answer, because the work itself, even though you've done everything technically correct, the work itself can introduce wrong answers. And we're going to see that in the next example. It won't show up here, but it's good practice to always do it. So we had x minus 3 plus 12 equals 20, and now this is a checking, so put your answer in. So the square root of 67, and I guess it should be in parentheses, it's not going to make any difference here, minus 3 plus 12 equals 20. So the parentheses come off without actually anything happening, so 67 minus 3 is 64, plus 12 equals 20. The square root of 64 is 8 plus 12 equals 20. 8 plus 12 is 20 equals 20. And that's true. So we have confirmation that this is the correct answer. Okay, x equals 67 is the correct answer. Now, you're asked to confirm your answer by graphing. So I'm going to pull in the graphing calculator here. Alright, here we have it, and it's covering up part of the answer. Let's see if we can change that a little bit, can we? Maybe we might make it a little bit better for us. Okay, so what we'll do is to check that a mathematical answer is correct. What you're going to do is you're going to graph both sides of this equation. So y equals the square root of x minus 3. And remember, this method of graphing to solve an equation will always give you the answer. Plus 12, okay. The other side of the equation, so that was one side of the equation, square root of x minus 3 plus 12. The other side of the equation is 20. Okay. Well, now, with this, we're going to graph these, but one problem is, well, let's see it. Just graph it on a normal Zoom 6 standard window, and nothing very helpful happens. Okay, so we don't actually see anything. We know the answer is going to occur when x equals 67, so our x-axis has to go at least as far as 67, actually has to go beyond it to see the intersection. The y's, we know they go up at least as far as 20, so we're going to have to set our window. So the x's, let's say negative 10 is fine, and let's say we go to 90, and we can do it in steps of 10, let's say. Y minimum, let's say negative 10, and we'll go up to 30, and we'll do that in steps of 5. Okay, so we're setting the window a little bit differently here. You could have done it with zoom out as well. Now if we press graph, now it'll graph within the new window, and here we see the square root function coming in, and here we see the line y equals 20. So we probably have to go a little bit further to the right. So let's change the X max settings. Instead of 90, let's make it 140. And I'm picking that pretty arbitrarily, but I just want to have enough room. So if we graph it now, we'll see the two lines intersect. And let's find the point where they intersect. So second calc 5 is for intersection. And just press enter once, twice, 3 times. And down at the bottom you see here that x equals 67. In other words, when we graph each side of the equation separately, the two functions, the two sides, give you a point of intersection when x equals 67. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching.